Yeah, Ritik Roshan's song you must be remembering, right? And once you've done with the activity, these will be the questions. Okay, you can check the video once more. Did everyone select people with skills similar or different to their own? Suppose I'm a carpenter, am I going to select people who know carpentry, involved with carpentry, or I'm going to select people with different skills? And why? What should be the reason? If everyone has the same set of skills and does similar work, would the world survive, children? For example, I'm a carpenter and I take all carpentry people there in the island. What are we going to do? Only carpentry work. So will we survive? No. If at all I was very, very clever enough, smart enough, I will pick up somebody that is one farmer, one doctor, one this, one that, like that. I would pick up 5 people who would help us in surviving. Can one label a certain type of work to be superior and another to be inferior? None of us can do that. All work are superior, no work is inferior, children. So it won't be fair if at all we do that. You must be aware, even in this lockdown, how much this all people who are working, that is laborers, who are rag pickers, garbage pickers, all these people are important. If they would give up, even they would sit in their homes, then the world the whole nation would be sinking. Okay, that is, whole nation would be sinking in the stink that is being spread all over. So they had to do their job, children, even in the lockdown. Okay, how do you decide the value of any work? How can we decide the value of any work? This is happening only in India, that we put down people as per their work, which shouldn't be happening, children. Okay, so we should value every work, and every work is respectful. Discrimination based on cultural differences. This also happens most of the time in our places, in our country. Okay. Make a list of the following things which you like. Food. Think about all the sweet, spicy food. Music, musical instruments, types of clothes, festival, films, dramas, types of sports, actor, actresses, paintings, so many other things, children. Just make a list of all that. So based on cultural differences also, we start fighting with each other and we discriminate. Okay, this is my person who follows my culture. Okay, my caste, my religion, my language, everything comes up, and we become very, very prejudiced, which shouldn't be happening, children. Damage to public property and mob mentality. Whenever there's a strike, some of these mobs, some of these guys go and break railway stations and all this, which they should not be doing, because taxes are paid, public pays the taxes. That is, your parents and me, all those who are working are paying the taxes. Okay, it is not some politician's property or someone else. It is the common people who are paying taxes regularly and dutifully. It is their hard earned money which is being damaged. BST buses, all these are from the public money, public tax. Okay, so read all newspapers and look for news of riots and violent protests. In these riots and protests, how many buses, cars were damaged? How much of public property was destroyed? How much financial loss was caused to government and ultimately to common public? Government does not have money, it is a common public's money, children. Draw some predictions about the damage. Okay, this is not a project work, but you can just think over it. Why do people behave like this? Why do they cause damage to public property? We need to understand the concept of mob mentality for that. First, you have to understand, children, when buses are broken, damaged, okay, fires caused in the rights. Okay, people think that I am destroying their property. So in this, it is not that they are destroying someone else's property, but they are damaging public property, which again the public only has to invest. And it all happens because of the mob mentality. Mob means group of people, okay, and they just follow because they are supposed to follow, maybe for money, or maybe just because you belong to a gang. Often it is seen that people have some suppressed anger about some things. Rights provide a trigger to express that anger. Sometimes some people appeal to the emotions of the masses through extreme speeches. Some people give speeches and they try to get people to understand what they want. In such cases, there is a possibility of people resorting to extreme actions. A lot of people are involved in the riots. So everyone thinks he or she is not responsible for all the public property being damaged. People can hide their own face among other faces and hence feel safe to indulge in violence. People, when they roam in mob, they think, "Arey, koi nahi dekha," and they break and they do all the nonsense, thinking that we will not be identified. But every action is going to give a reaction. Do you think it is right to destroy public property? Answer for yourself. Writing on walls of monuments and forts, damaging seats in buses, spitting on roads and other places, all these are examples of destroying public property. Children, spitting on roads also. Okay, so please be responsible for your actions, children. Have you come across any such examples? Yes, definitely you must have come across. By destroying public property, which principle of democratic lifestyle gets violated? Okay, this you are going to answer. By destroying public property, which principles of democratic lifestyle gets violated? Okay, that means the rules is broken. Not differentiating between facts and opinion. That means a person is not able to differentiate, find out what is fact and what is opinion. Naveen and George are friends. Naveen feels that player A from the Indian cricket team is the best player in the world. George feels that player B from the Australian cricket team is the best. So Naveen feels hurt on knowing this. He feels that George doesn't love his country. He is a liar, and as a result he fights with George. So your children, see, it will depend whether a player is liked by you for what reason. It's not necessary it will be attached to the nation's patriotism. We need to understand that there can be different opinions on who is the best player. However, feeling that a player from another country is the best doesn't prove that a person doesn't love his own country. It is just an opinion. So always remember that if someone says, "I like somebody from England, from Pakistan, from here, from there," that doesn't mean that they don't love India, their own country. Not necessary. Okay? Not verifying the facts. One day Pawan's field caught fire. Somebody told him that the fire is caused by people from a different group. They come and say, "Arey, usne laga diya aag." Pawan then deliberately destroyed the fields of the other group without even verifying whether this is truth, whether this is fact. A police complaint was registered. It was finally revealed that the fire in Pawan's farm was caused due to wild forest fires. You must be aware what are wild forest fires. When trees, that is when there is too much of breeze, too much of airy, rushing. So these trees rush each other, that is brush each other, leaves, everything, they come and clash each other. And when there is friction, there is fire. Okay, and that is forest fire. Pawan was convicted and sentenced to jail. If he would have verified, this wouldn't have happened. Okay, if we do not verify the information we get and trust only what we hear, children, we are likely to indulge in extreme or violent acts which are unfair to others and also self-damaging. Not only that, if at all your friends, some problem has happened and you listen to the other person just because he or she is just telling you, you're going to lose out on good friends. So you have to always verify what is being told to you, whether it is right or wrong. Okay, whether it's a fact or it's just an opinion, children. Individual small actions and their larger impact. A small action, but it has created a large impact. Okay, in the bus, you offer your seat to a pregnant lady. You offer your seat to an old man. A small gesture, not a big thing, but on them it has made a larger impact. Maybe a small child is watching you. It has created larger impact on that child. It is seen that due to the awareness created by media and schools, use of firecrackers and pollution caused by them is slowly decreasing. People are understanding that firecrackers and pollutions are not required during celebrations. So slowly it is decreasing, children. This proves that every individual's small actions can bring about big difference or at national level. Okay, so every country, everywhere, this is being passed on by media as well as from by school teachers and various other sources, that use of firecrackers and pollution are really really bad for human health as well as for our atmosphere. So some examples of individual small actions and the impact. We use facilities like electricity, water. If each one could use them wisely, putting it off when not required, all this already. We can save a lot of electricity and water. A large number of people would be able to use them. We get to use public transport like bus, train for a reasonable price. If we use them frequently, they can make profit and we can get better quality public transportation. We are also taxpayers and voters. If each one performs their responsibilities honestly, our country can progress. Remember, who is a responsible citizen? Based on the discussion so far, who all from the list below are responsible citizens according to you? Look at this boy. Okay, you can see he's spitting something on his back. Okay, a person who does not vote, is he a responsible citizen? No. A person who does his daily work responsibly. A person who says he's a patriot but spits on the road. Okay, he goes for flag hoisting for Independence Day, Republic, and then he spits on the road. Is he patriotic? Not at all. A person who does not stop at the red signal. A person who spreads rumors about other groups, tries spread enmity against one another. A person who thinks his employees are inferior to him or her. A person who gets along with others. So where do you find responsible citizen, children? Yes. Second one, a person who does his daily work responsibly. Next one, a person who gets along with others. All these, this two you can find out is very, very responsible citizen, children. So every act of us makes us either responsible or irresponsible. So we have to decide whether we are going to be responsible citizens of our nation or irresponsible. Not just as a citizen of our country, but also as a member of our family, a student in a school. The student, we should feel that I am a student in my school, it's my family. We are a part of the society. We need to cooperate with others, children. Then is it not important to follow the principles of a democratic lifestyle? At home as well as in school. In short, democracy should not just be limited to governance, but has to become our personal lifestyle too. Okay? So this is where you should know that democracy is not just at governance level, but also at a personal level. Now, democracy at home. If it is at home, then you will understand what country is calling for. Every student should fill the questionnaire honestly, which is given your children. Treat the questionnaire as confidential, because if when I am checking, I will not be letting out these answers to anyone else. Think about the kind of picture it creates about your home. You can also apply it to your school environment. Okay? Now you can see this clearly. This democracy at home. Completely agree, disagree, completely disagree. So completely agree is like 10 on 10. Agree is like 9 on 10. Disagree is you can say 0 out of 10. And completely disagree is minus. So nobody insults each other. Do you agree? Completely agree. Everybody's opinion is heard before taking important decisions. So according to you, it falls under which category? Whether completely agree, disagree, or just completely disagree. You decide and make this chart, children, as your project. This should be there in your notebook. Okay. Next one. Can you prepare a similar questionnaire for your school? Get into 2 groups and work on this questionnaire. Do you feel the need for making changes in yourself or the home or school environment? So can you prepare a similar questionnaire for your school children? And you can just get into groups. You now know groups. You can just make it for yourself. One more questionnaire, maybe just 5 sentences. Okay. So this should be there in your notebook, children. And with this, we complete this today's chapter, and the next will be the second chapter, Principles of Democratic Lifestyle. We will be going on for the the next chapter. First is Principles of Democratic Lifestyle. The 4 basic principles you need to understand, children: respect, cooperation, equality, and pro-social behavior with internal motivation. Intrinsic means internal. In case of any doubt, you can just ask in the comment box, or you can divert the question to your class teachers, who can forward it to me. Second is identity. After filling out the questionnaires for your school and home, do you feel the need to make some changes in yourself, in the environment of your home or school? For example, after preparing the questionnaire, I feel that I need to change myself. If I am throwing some wrappers outside on the ground, that means I need to change. If I am spreading rumors, I am creating some fights among friends, I need to change. I need to mend my ways, change my ways. I need to become better. Okay? If I am fighting with my siblings at home, that is brothers, sisters, I need to change. I need to become harmonious. I need to be cooperating. Okay? Third is challenge. If you wish to make some changes in your home, discuss with your parents, because home you cannot just change on your own. Okay, home rules. If it is you, you can make the changes, but if it involves family, discuss with your parents, children. If you wish to change something in your school, you talk to your teacher, your principal, your class teacher, talk to the principal, think about how to balance freedom and responsibility. You feel somewhere freedom is lacking in school level also, then you can just speak and bring it to the notice of your class teachers. Fourth one, implement. Implement is where it has to be in action. Implement the change you thought of. If one attempt does not work, children, then talk to others and with everyone's consent. Consent means permission. Make the required changes. So always when you have thought of something good, let it happen. Make it happen, children. Okay. Now this is how you are going to be prepare a questionnaire. You can just see about one's home. Honestly filled up the questionnaire, planned for making changes. This is how we will be grading you. That is okay. That no need to check. So children, with that we complete the first chapter, that is me as a citizen. Okay. So first thing is that you need to be very, very responsible towards your life. You need to respect others. Think of always, not yourself. Put yourself in others' shoes. Give respect and get respect, children. Healthy lifestyle wheel. Just have a look at that. Water, sunshine, fresh air, sleep, movement, food, and the chakra. Okay, this is a wheel. It has to be balanced. It has to be rotating, children. Spirituality, that is when you go to masjid, temple, church, or whatever it is, or pray at home. Finances, mindset, relationships, career. All this has to be balanced, and it can happen only with your sound mind. And you need to be healthy. Healthy isn't a goal. It's a way of living, children. Make it a way of living. Okay? It is not just a goal to attain, but it is a way of living, children. So remember that this first chapter we are already done. We have completed the first chapter. All that you got to do is complete the questions that is being given to you on time. Complete the questions and be ready for the next chapter, children. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.